miss me?
It is nice to be back. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Now, before we crack on with this video, I'm well aware I've been away now for over a week. And so, if you follow me on my social media, then you will be already aware of this. If you don't, I'm just going to go through this very quickly because if I go into lots of detail, quite frankly, I'm just going to get very upset. Now, lots of people know that in the house we have dogs. You can see them just in the background there, all three pictures. We've got 3 Alaskan Malamutes. Right at the top, just here, is the eldest, that's Suka. Then just here, you can see that's the next eldest, that's Odin, our only male that we've got. So Suka's female, Odin is male, and this one just here is Nessa, and she's also a female, our youngest. This is all pictures of when they were puppies. They are a lot bigger now. Now, there's no easy way for me to say this, but sadly, last week, very suddenly, this one here is Odin. I'll just go and show you him. This is our baby boy. This is our buddy. This is Odin. Yeah, sadly last week he passed away, and so I felt like it was my duty not to be doing videos, but to support everyone in the house, to grieve and remember what an awesome dog he has been, and so that is why I've been away. Yeah, no easy way of doing that, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm not going to be doing my promotions and everything in the video. I don't think it's right. I've got no monetization running on the video. Again, I don't think it's right. There's been a couple new JSGC members. I'll shout you out in tomorrow's videos once again. I just don't think that it is right. But we're here for a transfer update, here to give you all the latest of what's been happening. It has been nice for me just to sit back, watch how much fake news there is actually out there, and watch developments happen without me having to report on them. And so I feel like with me being able to sit back, I can now give you a more accurate representation of what has happened in the last week, including updates on Kalidou Koulibaly and Lionel Messi. But first, we're going to start off with the out. Got a little bit of Manchester City news, or should I say CFG news, which is the City Football Group, which Manchester City are a part of, which could affect outgoings at Manchester City. Now, Troyes, I've been doing lots of French research, so I hope I'm right. Hope that's how they're pronounced. In France, Troyes. In France, they are now the 10th club to join the City Football Group. They are going to be an option for Diego Rosa, the Manchester City Brazilian youngster that we signed earlier this summer, to potentially join in the winter on loan. He has also been linked with Girona. It was thought that Troyes was going to be an option for him as well. Now they are part of the CFG. They are an option, so it'll be either them or Girona is what I'm hearing, where Diego Rosa will be heading out on loan. He cannot play for Manchester City because he does not have a work permit, so City want to give him some professional football, which is something he hasn't had at Gremio as of yet. So a couple of seasons loan, I reckon, to see him develop. Now, we've got an update on Gavin Bazunu. He has officially joined Rochdale, and since me last doing my video, he's made his debut for Rochdale. He's kept a clean sheet in his first professional match as well. Best of luck to him. I reckon he's going to ace it. I think that's a really, really good move for him. And considering I'm not a million miles away from Scotland, when fans are allowed back into the stadium, I'm hoping to be able to get to a Rochdale game, get to watch Bazunu in action, and show everyone what he is capable of whilst he is in a close proximity to me, that I can do in a vlog. Now, another player that has left Manchester City, official, Yangel Herrera. He has joined Granada again on loan for the season, as I reported in one of my last transfer updates. So I wanted to wish him the best of luck on his loan move back to Granada, where he spent last season out on loan in Spain. They have an option to sign him next summer for €20 million. Not sure if they're going to take that option up or not. I find that interesting, but he has headed out on loan. Now we've got another update on a former Manchester City man, Claudio Bravo, who has left Manchester City. He has found himself a club. So David Silva's left. He's gone to Real Sociedad. Claudio Bravo has left Manchester City on a free contract and he has found a club in Spain as well. He has gone and joined up with former Manchester City manager Manuel Pellegrini at Real Betis, as I've been mentioning several times in plenty of updates. So he's headed to Seville to be able to play for Real Betis. So I wanted to wish him the best of luck on his return to Spain as well. And another player that's gone to Spain is Ante Palaversa. He's joined Getafe on loan for the rest of the season in Spain. Best of luck to Ante, the 20-year-old Croatian midfielder. He's spent his time on loan in Split since Manchester City signed him. I think it was about 18 months ago. So he moves away from Croatia, goes to Spain. Best of luck to Ante Palaversa. We will have loan reports out next season, probably around March, April time of next year, having a look at how all these players are developing out on loan. Another player that's left Manchester City is Slobadan Tedic. He is signed for PEC Zwolle in the Netherlands on a season-long loan, so best of luck to Slobadan on the move. Just like everybody else, I hope he smashes his move. Another player that's left Manchester City on loan is Ryotaro Meshino. He is signed for Rio Ave in Portugal on loan for the 2020-21 season. So best of luck to Ryotaro on his loan as well. Hope he smashes it. And the last player that's headed out since we last done a video is Ivan Ilic. He's joined Hellas Verona on loan for the rest of the season in Italy. Best of luck to Ivan on his move in Italy. And just like everybody else, I hope he smashes it as well. No updates on any other players leaving Manchester City, in particular on a permanent basis. Bit slow on that end. City do need to sell players if we're wanting to sign players. I suspect something may be sorted, you would have thought, before October 5th and the transfer deadline, whether that's the future of Otamendi, John Stones, Eric Garcia, Angelino Zinchenko, or anybody else. I'll keep my eyes and ears peeled, and if I've got any news, I will bring it to you first and fast. Lionel Messi update. After lots of bickering, lots of false news out there, Messi has officially announced that he will stay at Barcelona for another season. He insists that he can leave for free. He will not take his beloved Barcelona to court. That is not how he wants to leave. And so he's been forced to stay at Barcelona in Catalonia by the president, Bartomeu. I hope that's how you say his name. He's really unhappy. That's the situation we're at with Lionel Messi. If Manchester City want to sign Lionel Messi, his contract is up next summer. Manchester City can officially open talks with Lionel Messi 6 months before the end of his contract. His contract will end on June 30th, 2021, which means 6 months before that, right at the end of December, the beginning of January, Manchester City can open talks with Lionel Messi, and it won't be classed as tapping up. Manchester City can have something called a pre-contract agreement in place with Lionel Messi from the winter. You'd imagine that would come in January if Lionel Messi still wants to leave and wants to join Manchester City, which is what the situation is as of right now in September. So we've got to wait 4 more months. We've got to wait October, November, December, get into January, 4 more months, and Lionel Messi could be on a pre-contract agreement with Manchester City. Whether he signs a contract extension or whether they find a clause in his contract that they can trigger a year's extension, I do not know. But as far as I'm concerned, it seems relatively clear Lionel Messi can leave Barcelona next summer for free because his contract is up. Manchester City can have him on a pre-contract agreement in January. That's the situation that we're in as of right now. Barcelona still may choose to sell. They may go back on their word. The president may resign because Lionel Messi said that he'll stay. He may resign and may bring in another president who chooses to sell him. I do not know. May release him on a free. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is going to be the end of the saga or not. But as of right now, it is at an end. He stays in Barcelona. Bartomeu, the president at Barcelona, La Liga, disgraceful. The handling of this situation, it's all about the cash, it's all about the money. They don't care about Lionel Messi. They care about people wanting to watch La Liga and Barcelona because of Messi, because they get lots of money, and that, at the end of the day, is what it's all come down to. And Lionel Messi, now unhappy, has to stay at Barcelona because of that, because of money. And it's sad. It really is sad. He wants to leave. They're not going to get the best out of Lionel Messi because, quite frankly, he's made it clear he does not want to be there. But it may not be the end of him becoming a Manchester City player. Like I said, pre-contract agreement, yes. He'll be coming to Manchester City when he's 34 rather than 33. May it be a 1-year deal with the option of another year? Might it be a 2-year deal rather than 3? I don't know. Lots of developments. I am sure this is not the last that we have heard of this. And just like all the other transfers, I will keep you in the loop every step of the way. Now, Kalidou Koulibaly. This one's really interesting. Keep your eyes on this. Koulibaly, all roads, they're leading to Koulibaly for Manchester City this summer. ADL, he wants to sell. He wants the money. He wants it now. City struggling to meet Napoli's price, which is at this moment in time believed to be, once again, €90 million. Manchester City have not submitted an official bid. They're doing it all through Koulibaly's agent, simply because City don't like dealing with Napoli, which I can kind of understand. I would have thought if this transfer gets done that Koulibaly's agent would be in for a whopping agent fee, because he's done all the negotiations. He's doing all the chasing. If Koulibaly becomes a Manchester City player, it is thanks to Koulibaly's agent. So I would hope that his agent, for once, would get a really good agent fee. Napoli want to sell. They want a lot of money before they'll sell, basically. Manchester City, in the meantime, have been looking elsewhere. There was rumours going around about Diego Carlos and Manchester City wanting to sign him. If we want to sign him from Sevilla, we've got to meet his release clause, which is €75 million, which is right close to what Koulibaly would cost from Napoli. So you're looking at yourself, do you want Koulibaly or do you want Diego Carlos? Because they're roughly around the same price. I've watched Diego Carlos in the Europa League final. He didn't fill me with any confidence. I've watched Koulibaly more than Diego Carlos, so I can comment a little bit more on Koulibaly. And apart from when he got torn apart by Barcelona, Koulibaly's looked relatively solid. He's good with his decision making, he's good with his feet, he's quick, he's tall, he's powerful. He's got all the attributes to be a really good centre-back in the Premier League. So it seems that City's main target's Koulibaly, so I'm not too sure what the delays are and why City don't just speak with Napoli and say, we want Koulibaly, this is what we're willing to pay, this is what you want, meet us halfway, and then we can all just be done with this and we can all move on with our lives, because quite frankly, this has been going on for months. I'm sick of reporting on it, I'm sick of it, okay? Negotiations can be done relatively quickly. We did it with Ferran Torres, we've done it with Nathan Ake. I'm hoping this Messi saga's been going on for a couple of weeks. It's deterred us away from Koulibaly. We could have had Koulibaly already been a Manchester City player, could be already been living in Manchester, ready and settled, returning to training with Manchester City, ready for the Premier League season. I would have thought City would want something in place, whether that's an agreement or him signed, I don't know. Something sorted by that match against Wolves, which happens in 2 weeks today. So that's where we're looking for Manchester City's first Premier League game. Little update for Napoli. They're wanting Socrates from Arsenal, cheap price they can sign him for. I've heard, don't know how true this is, I've heard less than £5 million, so they're going to make a huge profit, that is for sure. They're also getting linked with Jason Denayer as of today from Lyon as well, who I think would be a really good signing for Napoli. A relatively young player as well, who's really impressive and has performed on the biggest stage of them all in the Champions League. So I'd imagine he'd probably cost a lot more than what Socrates would. But Napoli need to have a replacement lined up first for Koulibaly then to be sold. I have heard that Napoli would be happy to accept straight up cash, €70 million plus some add-ons, €5 to €10 million. A deal worth around €75 to €80 million would probably be enough to get this deal done. City haven't submitted any offers at the moment. Koulibaly's agent's in Manchester, ready to hear what Man City are willing to pay. He's going to fly back to Capri, near Naples, to go and speak with ADL to see what they'll negotiate with. And I'm hoping that by some point this week, it'd be a dream that we could have an agreement in place. And like I said, with all the other transfers, if that is the case, then I will let you know first and fast. Daily Manchester City transfer updates. They're back! They are back. You have my word, right from now till the end of the transfer window. Daily Manchester City transfer updates. Now the last story, not hearing any other signings for Manchester City to make. We've obviously got money there with Lionel Messi, was willing to pay well over £100 million for him, so we've got money there. City need to sell, like I said, the futures of Stones. Garcia looks set to stay. Otamendi, Adara Bayo, Angelino Zinchenko. When these players, their futures are sorted, and if they stay or leave once that's decided, then City may well go and sign another player. Whether that would become a striker, whether that would be a left-back, a central midfielder, you tell me. I do not know. We have to sell first. What I will say is if we do not sign a top-class centre-back this summer, I know we brought Ake in, but I'm on about a right-sided centre-back, underwhelming, disappointing transfer. If we can bring in a top-class centre-back like Koulibaly, I'll say we've had a good window. If we can add another name on top of that, a left-back, a central midfielder or an attacker, I'd say we've had a really good window and we can go and win back that Premier League trophy. So that's where we're at. What's happened with the last week. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update, so I'll see you all then.